Are you ready to do a little animation? I know this is a rigging CD, but we need to do some animation sometime. Well, actually, we're just going to use positions of these bones to make phonemes for a pose slider. There are two easy ways you can make lip sync inside Messiah. You can add sets of models known as clusters and morph the object between those models with sliders, or you can set up bones, like we've done in the past tutorials, and then use the position of bones on different keyframes to control sliders. This way is a little more complex, but you get to roll everything up into one bone deform effect and not have to worry about several sets of models. So while we're in the Setup tab here, let's go to the Effects sub-tab. We're going to find an effect called Motion Blender. Motion Blender is pretty cool. Motion Blender will attach different positions of your bones to sliders, so you can blend between different poses. Let's go over to the Face Control null, and we're going to pick Lip for now. And while Lip is selected, we select Motion Blender from the pull-down menu, click on the plus button to add that to the lip bone. Now it's only going to control lip bone because that's all that's been added. But we need to change that. Let's drag the value up to the Nate_effects null, because it is an effect. We're going to name this one Nate_lip sync. And Motion Blender null underneath it, we're going to name that one Nate_motion blender. We can leave the Motion Blender options the way they are right now. So, while we have lip sitting here underneath Motion Blender, we need to add more bones to that so it has more control over each bone. You can also select the hierarchy and it will control everything underneath it. This just seems a bit cleaner, especially if you need bones to be activated outside of different branches. So we'll start at the top and we'll use the Control key and multi-select all of the lip movements. Upper lip, right, left, upper lip corner, even parts of the cheek, nostril right, left, cheek left. We don't need the eyebrows or the eyelids, really. So we have everything selected from the nose down and lip. So just add that, and you can see all these bones pop up in the list, and Motion Blender is going to control all of those bones. Let's go back up to the top here, and under the Nate_lip sync, there's a set of thing called Value. Value has a new slider on it, so let's create a new slider. And the slider will pop up in the 3D view when you highlight it. Let's go back to the Items tab so we get a full screen. We're going to call this one Nate_mouth poses. Now each of these are labeled value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can even activate even more of them. We're not going to use any more than 6, so we'll just leave that the way it is. Let's drag this back down to the bottom here. We'll parent that to the face controls. If we're animating lip sync, we're going to need to adjust any of the controls in the face anyway. Now that that's set up, let's make sure that our poses are in the right values here. Now you have a value, and then you have a frame number that it corresponds to, and the value name. So we'll start this one with Nate_ah. It will start at frame -1. Value 2 will be Nate_e. We'll start at -2 frame. Nate_oo. Start at -3. Nate_sneer. Start at frame -4. And Nate_smile. We'll start at -5. On frame -6 will be Nate_eye blinks. So you can see everything showing up here. So when we grab each of these sliders, it will activate a specific pose. Now we need to set up the poses. So let's go to File. We're going to save this scene as Nate Setup P.